Originally, I wasn't going to do a video on this topic for two reasons. The first reason is because I didn't want to be disrespectful to the family, because it is a tragedy. And for those who don't know, I actually used to do videos like this back in the day where I covered different tragedies and deaths in the Dominican Republic. And believe it or not, some of those videos actually went viral. Like, those were some of my biggest videos on my channel. I put a couple on private, but like some of my biggest videos on this channel were talking about the tragedies that happened. Who remembers in 2019 when all that stuff was going on, like at the resorts, and you know, it was just all this funny business with the alcohol. Okay, I think I did a video about a couple going missing in the Dominican Republic, like their car drove off a cliff and went into the ocean and stuff. And basically those videos got like a lot of views, and believe it or not, the family members do be watching these videos, because I know specifically on the video I did about the missing couple in Dominican Republic, some of the family members actually reached out to me, and we was kind of going back and forth about it or whatever. And so it's just like, I ain't feel like really going through that whole ordeal again. And then the second reason why I didn't want to do this video is because at the time when I heard the story, I just didn't feel like I had the right words to articulate myself without coming across as like an asshole. Because I'm just going to be honest, there's a lot of stuff with this situation in particular that just kind of pisses me off. And once again, I'm not trying to come off as like insensitive about the situation. I just think it's the fact that it could have been prevented. And that's what like makes me so mad about it, because this situation literally could have been prevented. All right, so I'm going to play a clip from the news article. I was going to read it, but it's just easier to do the video. So let me just do it. I ain't going to play the full thing. All right, here we go.
With a heavy heart, Sheree Terry reflects on the life of her twin sister.
And she went to go get her body done in a DR, and she never made it back.
Sha'Carri Terry was a mother to a 2-year-old and the proud owner of the Mini Blessings in Paradise Daycare on the city's east side before going to the Dominican Republic.
And me and my sister had the type of relationship where we could get into it 1 minute, and then right after that we'll be back friends and talk. And so I knew someone right. I felt it in my heart. And I've been just trying to get help.
This wasn't Sha'Carri's first surgery this year. She posted on her Facebook back in February that she got surgery. Her family says it was a gastric sleeve surgery that she got in Mexico. Just a few months later, on April 11th, her family says Sha'Carri went with her friend Carlisha Williams to the Dominican Republic.
So she definitely was healthy. Everything went wrong. It happened there.
She was healthy 2 months after having gastric sleeve surgery.
Boy, if you don't.
Okay. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna keep playing the video.
They both had surgery for a Brazilian butt lift and a tummy tuck. They say the surgery was performed by Dr. Jose DeSena, seen here before the surgery.
But after she called me Thursday night, she just went right.
The second day into recovery, which was Friday, the 15th, I was, moving around a lot more. And Sha'Carri, I was still in pain, but I was moving around. Sha'Carri wasn't really moving around. She wasn't doing nothing. She would lay in bed. I would go in there and try to get her out the bed, try to get her to come downstairs and eat with me, and she just wasn't responding well.
Carlisha says Sha'Carri was moved from their recovery house and admitted to a clinic in Santiago.
When we go in there and I see Sha'Carri, I almost fell out. Like, literally, like, she was on all these machines. She was unresponsive. And she wasn't talking, wasn't alert, eyes closed. She's unresponsive.
Carlisha Williams was told that Sha'Carri was okay. Her kidneys were doing well and her body needed rest. Carlisha says Dr. DeSena said she was only sedated.
So I'm like, so if you unhook that, she'll be able to breathe and stuff like that on her. He was like, oh, yeah, she's perfectly fine. Like, her body just needs rest.
Carlisha says she went back to see Sha'Carri the next day and a different doctor was there. According to Carlisha, that doctor told her Sha'Carri was having a hard time breathing on her own, but 20 minutes later, she says Dr. DeSena came in and told her Sha'Carri was getting better and just needed dialysis.
I reach out to the mother and, I'm telling them what's going on, but I'm trying not to scare them, but at this point, I want to scream, like, get down here, like,
When Sha'Carri's mom arrived about a week after the surgery, Carlisha says the doctors continued to say that Sha'Carri just needed rest, and they were told to leave. Carlisha was set to come back to Indiana the next day.
Her mother's talking to her. Her mother, basically, she tells me, like, Carlisha, I don't believe my daughter is alive. She was like, I know my daughter isn't alive. Why won't they tell me?
By the time she got to Indiana, Carlisha said that she was notified that Sha'Carri had passed away.
All right, now there are a couple of things I want to point out with this whole situation. And once again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Rest in peace. My condolences go out to her because I don't believe that she wanted that to be the outcome. But I just want people to really pay attention to how this whole thing could have been prevented. The first problem I have with the situation is the sister said that she was healthy 2 months after the surgery. No, like gastric sleeve surgery, your body has to heal from that. It wasn't even 10 weeks before she jumped into a second surgery. Normally, when you get in surgeries like that, they normally tell you to wait at least 6 months to a year. I would say at least a year, just due to the nature of gastric sleeve surgery. For those who don't know, they stitch your stomach together to make it smaller, and then over time your body adjusts and you actually lose the weight. And the only reason why I know this is because I have a cousin. I kind of call her my aunt because she's older than me, but she actually had gastric sleeve surgery, and it wasn't until like months after till you actually really start seeing the benefits of the surgery. Like she lost initial weight from the surgery, but like, you know, it was like several months in, like 5, 6, several months in before you start to see like this completely different person from the weight loss. So once again, I don't really think that was a smart decision for her to just jump into getting another surgery that close together. And I mean, I just don't know what she was thinking when she did that. Now, the second problem I have with this situation is the doctor. Now, if this man knew that this woman had gastric sleeve surgery 2 months prior to coming to him and he still decided to operate on her, then he definitely doesn't need to be practicing on people anymore, because any medical professional will tell you that that is not safe to do. Now, there was already some other stuff about this doctor, and I'm going to get into that in a second for another reason why he shouldn't be practicing on people already. Once again, if this man knew that this woman just recently had surgery and he still decided to operate on her, then that's just really foul. Like, that's really messed up. Because ain't no licensed professional going to recommend that. I'm sorry. Now, I did do some additional research, and I saw where the sister had went live, and basically she insinuated that her sister did lie to the doctor. So it seems like that's kind of what happened. She didn't disclose her medical history, and she didn't tell the doctor that she had surgery. Once again, this is another situation where she was just making poor decisions.
That's all y'all gotta do. Yes, y'all, my sister was wrong for lying, but what do that deserve what she going through? What I'm going through, I'm feeling this shit. I'm feeling this shit more than anybody. What about the rights? 2 wrongs don't make a right. What happened to that? My sister, I ain't talked to her since Thursday. Since Thursday, I have not talked to my sister. I haven't heard her voice. Anybody that know my sister know how she is, y'all. Y'all bringing all this bad shit up that she lied on the questionnaire. Okay, say that she did lie. Do she deserve not to be seen? Do she deserve not for my mama to get her body? Whatever is wrong, let it go.
Once again, why would you gamble with your life like that? They have these medical questions in practice for a reason. It is for safety. That's why they ask you before you get any type of surgery. Are you on medications? Have you had any previous surgeries? Like high blood pressure? Like whatever it is, like they need to know these things before they operate on people. So it's like the fact that you wouldn't be truthful about something like that, it's serious as going under anesthesia. You gotta be careful when you start going overseas to get surgeries, because a lot of these doctors, they don't follow the same practices as the United States. And there's certain things you can't get away with in America that you'll get away with in other countries. So it's just like the fact that she lied or she didn't tell or disclose that information, it just kind of makes you wonder, like, what was her urgency to get a surgery that fast? And for some strange reason, I'm not going to say this is what happened, but for some odd reason, I feel like she probably tried to ask the doctor in Mexico to do it, but he was like, hell nah, like I'm not going to do it because I just did the gastric sleeve surgery on you. But then she went to the Dominican Republic and got this doctor. So I don't know if she did that, but if she did, I just feel like, once again, poor decision making. Like, this literally could have been prevented, bro. Then to make matters worse, it's like, where's your family, bro? Where are your friends to tell you, like, hey, I don't think this is a good idea? The fact that her best friend went to the Dominican Republic with her to get this surgery, because they both got surgery, and her friend didn't say, hey, I don't think this is a good idea, or, you know, maybe you should wait a little bit before you decide to get this surgery. Like, I mean, it's just like, where were the people trying to tell her, like, hey, like, don't do it. This is not a good idea. And then on top of that, you know, she's a mom. Like, she has a 2-year-old girl. So now this little girl gonna grow up with her mom just because of just like poor decision making, bro. And once again, I'm not trying to be harsh on her, but that's just the reality of her decision making. Like, it just was very, very poor decision making, man. And to thank God nothing happened to the friend, because she also had surgery too. And but if you look at this doctor's track record, bro, he does not have a good track record. He has a history of having several deaths after surgery. And I understand, like, some of that stuff happens. Like, you do have situations where after surgery you do have complications. But this dude's numbers, bro, like in the year 2020, he had like 7 deaths. 7 in just 1 year, bro. And then on top of that, overall, I think he had about 30. This is just from what I've been researching. It's like, bro, like, a quick little Google search, it would have told you not to go to this doctor. If I saw that this dude had that many deaths, you think I'm about to lay on the table for that? And then on top of that, even the sister said, like, when she was reading the reviews, it was no positive review.
Whatever is wrong, let it go. Them bodies is worth $1 million. Y'all better read his post. Not one of them posts was good, nigga. Not one. Not one of them reviews. None. You just said y'all knew she was sick. Why did y'all still do the procedure? Y'all listen.
So I'm like, why would y'all not? It's like, I'm not against, I don't want people to think that I'm against surgery. It's like, do you, if it makes you happy. Like, I'm not, like, I got tons of friends who've gotten surgeries in the Dominican Republic, ironically. But yeah, I got friends who say they want to get surgery, they want to get their body done. I'm cool with it. I'm just saying, do your research, bro. Like, do your research and make sure that you're being safe about it, because a lot of these doctors, like, when you go to these foreign countries, they don't follow the same medical practices, and they can get away with doing certain things that, you know, normally would not happen in the States. So you got to be careful with that. So once again, just doing simple research, just simply going on Google, I mean, you can go look up this doctor's history. Like, all these people have been saying all these negative things about this doctor, you know. And then on top of that, supposedly she paid $18,000, which that's a lot of money. Shit, with that amount, I would have just stayed in the States and got it done, you know. I do get why people go overseas for like the discounted price, because in most cases it is discounted. Because even I've been looking at some doctors overseas. I was going to get some work done on my teeth because I used to have braces, and now my gap is back, but I want to get veneers so I don't got to deal with a retainer, because that's the problem with braces. Like, people don't tell you that you got to keep your retainer for life, but I just suck at keeping a retainer. So I was thinking about getting veneers for the past couple of years, and I was looking at different dentists in Colombia and Dominican Republic, and the prices, I'm not gonna lie, the prices are really unbeatable compared to what you have to pay in the United States. Like I said, at the same time, you gotta be safe and you gotta do your research on the people that you're getting work done on. That's why with like these different dentists in Colombia, I've been talking to a bunch of different people. Like, I got a homeboy, he went out to Colombia, he got his veneers, and then his actually turned out successful. But then I had another homeboy who went to the Dominican Republic, he got veneers, and his shit, it chipped, and he had to get them redone in the States for like a way, way bigger cost. So, like I said, you just got to kind of do your research and just figure out, like, okay, is this person reputable? Look at the reviews, talk to other people who've been to this person, you know, go on their social media. And that was another problem. Like, this dude, Dr. Desenia Jose, or whatever, this surgeon, like, he turned off all his social media, so you can't even go on there to see his work or anything. Stated before, it's a miracle that nothing happened to the friend, like, thank God. And something else I found alarming about this whole situation, and I'm by no means trying to be funny or trying to body shame, but like, when I saw the post-surgery pictures, like after the gastric sleeve surgery, because she lost about 56 pounds, you know, she was still like on the heavier side, and I don't really think a BBL was going to give her the look. If I'm thinking in my head for the idea of what she was going for, I don't really think a BBL was going to do much in that situation, only because when you get these surgeries, like, if the rest of your body isn't proportionate, it's not going to look natural, you know? So it's like, that's why you see some people who get like these different surgeries, and they might have like big arms, or they might have like a really, really big chubby face, you know, but then like a small little waist, and it's just like, it doesn't look right. So I think if she was going to do a BBL, I would have waited at least, hell, I would say at least like a year, you know. I know they say about 6 months, but I would say at least a year just to, like, you know, lose the weight. And then, hell, if she waited long enough to see the effects of her first surgery, she might not even need to get a BBL, you know, because she could have just went to the gym and, you know, got it through diet and exercise. But I get it, you know, not everybody wants to do that, you know. Once again, if you're a bigger person, I don't really see how a BBL is going to, like, give you that change that you're looking for. It's not going to look proportionate. Hopping off of one table and then not even barely 2 months later, you hopping onto another table to get like another surgery, that just blows me, man. I'm sorry. Like, decision making, guys. Like, we got to be smarter than this. And I'm not against people who want to get surgery either, because, you know, it's people that was shaming, saying, oh, this is why people shouldn't get surgery, blah, blah, blah. No, people got the money for it, and they, you know, they want to do it. And if it makes them feel good about themselves, then I'm here for it. I'm not against people who want to get body modifications. Do I feel like it's always necessary? No. Do I think you can go to the gym and get the same results? Yeah, you know, that's just how I am. I think you can go to the gym and work it out. But hey, if you want to get surgery, then go do it. Like I said, I know tons of people who've done it, and it looks great. All the people who I've known that went to the Dominican Republic, they all had successful surgeries. I know YouTubers who done been down to the DR and got surgery. I got friends who went to the Dominican Republic and got surgery. Although I did have one friend, she said she was scared because the nurses didn't speak English, and she said that kind of worried her. She was like laying on the table and she had questions and stuff, and the nurses, they didn't know English. But little stuff like that you gotta take into consideration. If somebody decides that they want to get surgery on their body and it makes them feel good, as long as they're not doing it for somebody else, then I have no reason to hate on somebody for doing that. You know, like, shit, it ain't my damn body, so, you know, go for it. Like, I mean, I support it, but just be safe and be smart about it. That's all I'm saying. And, you know, sometimes the risk's not really worth the reward, so you just gotta think these things through. Guys, this situation, it does make me very angry. Like, I got upset. I'm happy I didn't record the video when I first heard it, because I think I probably would have got canceled, so I had to clean it up a little bit, but, you know, I just feel like it could have been prevented, man. It really could have been prevented. And, you know, like I said, my condolences go out to the family, especially for her daughter. Like, you know, she's not going to have her mom with her anymore. So that's really sad. But, guys, if you're going to get surgery in the Dominican Republic or any country, just do your research, look up everything you can, read the reviews, talk to people. And hey, sometimes going to the gym and just doing it the natural way, you know, it might be the more practical thing to do. It'll be a lot harder. It might be a lot more work, but, you know, I think it's a little bit safer. But, you know, just be smart about your decisions when it comes to your body, because you only get one body, you only get one life. But don't forget to like, subscribe, catch me in my next video, and thank you for watching. Peace.